Good morning, good morning. It is kind of a foggy day out here in Jersey. I keep wanting to leave, but I keep wanting to come back and fish. So I've been fishing various things this morning, not having any luck. My water's really high. So you can see here out where that weed is, that out there at the very farthest one you can see, normally we're standing out there. So if I was out there now, it'd be almost waist deep. So the water is way up here. I mean, all these bushes here are usually, there's shoreline usually right over here that if you get under, you could walk. But yeah, the water's really high. I'm having a tough time finding spots. Like basically I'm standing in a spot like this to fish, and it's kind of that way around the lake, as you can see a spot over there. And you have various spots you can stand, but real limited. Water's really deep. Fish don't seem to be active, and it's one of them days, I guess. Jersey weather is one of them weather things where, one day it rains, one day it's super windy, next day it's, today it's going to be 77, but it's going to rain this afternoon. So even though the temperature is coming up today, it's going to rain by tonight. So it's going to be a crappy night by the evening time. So anyways, I'm out here at the lake, and I figured I'd show off this new rod I got. I'm trying to do this one-handed here. It's not a new rod by manufacturers standards. It's been out for 2 or 3 years, but this is the Tsunami, in which I have it upside down. Sea Tech. I don't know if you can read that. Sea Tech. Come on, focus. Oh, there you go. Tsunami Sea Tech. 7 foot, 10 to 17 mono, 10 to 30 braid. So yes, it will hold some good braid on there. It's got a nice long cork handle on. If you look here, see how it sits. I ain't even took the plastic off of it yet. I have caught fish on it. It fishes really well. It's very parabolic in its action. Very soft. Even though it says it's a medium heavy, it does not fight like a medium heavy. It fights more like a medium. So it's actually a very nice rod, action-wise. If you're a worm fisherman, if you're a jig fisherman, a tube guy, this rod's actually pretty good for that. It's got, enough sensitivity, but if you set the hook, like normally I catch fish in the, 5 foot, 6 foot range out here. If I set the hook out here, I'm not going to snap the line on it because I put too much pressure on it. Also, if you've ever fought rods where you set the hook with, right here, and it seems like all the fight's in your wrist, this rod is not that. This rod, when you set the hook and the fish bows the rod does most of the work, which is what I'm loving so far on this rod. I caught 4 fish on it so far. I've only had it about 3 or 4 days. The last day I went out, I got 4 fish on it. Nothing majorly big, but it did take the action off my arm, my wrist, and it was all rod. Another thing too with the long rod, obviously you can put it on your arm. It does nice, handle the fish wisely. Like I said, good freshwater worming rod. I would say tubing rod, 7 foot, casts really good, casts stuff light very, very well. If you're inshore, it's designed for like, fluke or halibut, flounder fishing, halibut fishing, spotted bay bass, sand bass, even small calicos it'll do. As long as you're not catching anything majorly like in that 40-pound range, you should be all right. Then that's going to tear it apart. I have it paired here with a Cast King Centron 2000. Perfect setup. Works out really well. Like I said, I'm making it kind of like my worming rod. It's going to be my finesse worming rod. I've only got 8-pound test on here, so it's going to be my light finesse rod. It feels good. I mean, it's balanced in the hand, feels good. It fights really well, casts really light weights pretty well, and it's a good all-around rod. If you're seeing it at the store, you may find it at Walmart. I did find a guy who bought it at Walmart. It was $23 at Walmart. That's an awesome price for this rod. Your local guys are probably going to sell it for between $35 and $40 probably, which even for $40 is still a really good price. This is a really good price for this rod. It is definitely, if you had to compare it to anything, it kills a ugly stick. It kills, in my opinion, the Penn Fierce 2 combo, the rod that comes with that. It's twice as heavy as this thing. So the Penn Fierce combo rod has a nice action to it, but it is heavy, very heavy in the hands. This very light. Another rod in that price range, I would say, is the Sojourn, the Shimano Sojourn. Comparable to that, but I think this is actually a little stouter. I think it actually has a little more backbone to it. The eyes are very nice. I mean, if you look at the eyes, see if I can focus in here. The eyes are pretty nice, well built. I think they're ceramic inserts, if I'm not mistaken. No, they may be, yeah, they look like ceramic inserts. The wrap and color is very nice. I mean, it's got that nice wrap to it, nice blue and silver colors, which match that Centron perfectly. So overall, it's a great rod. If you can pick one up, find one at your local stores. Walmart, if you get this for 23 bucks and you got a reel for 20 bucks that goes with it, you have an awesome combo for $40. If you have to buy the rod for 40 bucks and throw a reel on it, you're still got an awesome combo. I still love this combo for the price. In that $40 to $60 range, you are not going to find anything that has this much fighting power at that cost. Like I said, the Pin Fierce 2 setup combos probably in the $90 range. A little heavier than this and not as functional, in my opinion. I own both. I'll have to show it off here one of these days, but definitely a good combo. Tsunami Sea Tech Rod. I've got probably 6 or 7 Tsunami rods. I have a ton of their product. I use a lot of their products. Their jig heads, their mullets, things like that. Good company. Good company. One of the names you haven't heard, we'll probably definitely hear in the next 10 years will be a major company as well. So if you get a chance, check it out. Sea Tech Tsunami, 7-foot, medium action. This is actually medium heavy rod, less than 40 bucks. Thanks again.